Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Big Mini. This here is some Battlefield 4, and we are playing here on Zabot 311 again. Yes, I know. But we're playing some Conquest mode. I'm using the RFB DMR because I wanted to try it out. The M2 slams, as you can see just there, and the RPG 7v2. I don't know why I read out the 7v2 part, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, I was trying out this little DMR just here, and in this game I had very, very high success with it. I was doing quite well, and I was enjoying myself. And yeah, I've not really used the DMR since then. This was like the one and only full match I've actually used any DMRs, and some of the other team were not too happy being like killed over and over again with this thing. I don't know, there's just always a sort of stigma attached to using these things, because everyone's just like, oh, fucking learn to snipe, man, use a real sniper rifle. But I'm not sniping, I'm an engineer. I just wanted to try this thing out on a map where PDWs just don't work on this map. It's too big of a map in most of the places. I don't know why I'm trying to justify it. I don't know. I wanted to try it out, so I tried it out. There, end of story. But today we're going to be talking about PlayStation 4, because of course yesterday the PlayStation 4 came out in the UK and the EU and other territories around the world, and we all got our hands on it. We actually got a chance to actually play some next-gen games on the PlayStation 4. For any people wondering, for whatever reason, I got a bundle that included Killzone Shadowfall, a whole year of PlayStation Plus, and also I got Battlefield 4, of course, because that's what we're going to be primarily talking about in this video. And so far, I've got to say, I'm very happy that I've got this on the PlayStation 4. I don't think I'm going to play it as much as I do on PC. I'm not going to be really, it's not going to become my primary platform. One of the main reasons is I can't yet record on the thing. I know a lot of people were saying like, oh, you can use this game capture device, or you can use this one, or whatever capture card you want. I don't own those capture cards, and because I spent all my money on the PlayStation 4, I don't have the money to afford a capture card to record properly on that. I have an HD PVR from 2009, doesn't cut it. Doesn't have an HDMI port thing on it, but yeah, so I can't. This is why you're actually watching right now. I meant to say, this is PC footage, what you're watching right now, of course, for a lot of people. Most of you probably worked that one out by now, but yeah, this is PC footage, not PlayStation 4 footage. I haven't worked out a way to do it yet, and I know there's a few different ways to get around it, but yeah. But is the game any good on PlayStation 4? Yes. Yes, it is. In fact, I would go as far as saying it's exactly the same as a PC. It's pretty much the same in every way, except for you're obviously using a controller. You don't have the little chat box thing up the top left, and of course it's locked at 60 FPS rather than like as much as your rig can handle on the PC. Currently, when I run it on PC, I get about 100 odd frames a second. This I get 60 FPS, you know, locked at that every single time. But to be honest, on a console, 60 FPS is all you're ever really going to need. It looks smooth as hell. It looks really, really nice, and I'm pretty sure it's running on like ultra graphics. This shit is running like as well as Battlefield can possibly run. And I've got to say, man, on the big 42-inch TV I've got downstairs, it looks fucking incredible. It looks awesome. Of course, one of the main drawbacks for me playing on there is the fact that I then need to get used to using the controller again rather than the mouse and the keyboard. And I will always say mouse and keyboard is much more, it's much smoother to use. It's much easier to navigate yourself. You know what I mean? If you think about it, if you're using a mouse to aim, you're using your whole arm and hand. Whereas on a controller, you're using your thumbs. It's just not as easy. Of course, you've got like the aim assist to compensate that a little bit. So I'm struggling a little bit at the moment. I'm doing okay, but I feel like my aim isn't what's getting me through. It's more my movement and map knowledge and stuff like that I've sort of inherited through playing the game already. I'm just playing many other games, but I'm nowhere near as good with a controller as what I used to be or what I am with a mouse and keyboard. So if I do post any PlayStation 4 stuff at all, at points it may be painful to watch is what I'm trying to say. But for any of you guys out there that are wondering if you should make the leap, and you're possibly playing still on a PlayStation 3 or maybe on an Xbox 360, and you're wondering is it worth actually doing it, I would definitely say yes if you have the money there to do it. The console itself, my experience so far, I've had absolutely no issues with it so far. And the console itself is awesome. It's so much better than the PlayStation 3. It's got far more features, and the sort of social features on it are, from what I understand, it pretty much does anything that the Xbox 360 done with Xbox Live. You know, all of the sort of party features and stuff like that. You know, I was playing with one of my friends last night and was using the little earbud thing that they bundle with it. It's not very good. It's just not that little earphone that they give you with it. It's very, very simple. It looks like it took about... It just looks like it cost like £1 or something. It was very, very cheap. But I'm trying to get my Astro A50s working with the thing so I can actually use that, you know, because I've got those there. It's a nice headset, so I want to use that rather than some piece of crap earbud. But in terms of like build quality of the controller, that's actually something that's very, very important. The controller itself is awesome. The controller itself is so much better than the DualShock 3, was it? Yeah, the DualShock 3, the one for the PlayStation 3. This thing is so much better. Now, like I was saying, I got Killzone Shadowfall as well. I was playing that a little bit. I was playing through the campaign of that. You use the little touchpad thing, the little touchscreen thing on it there. It's for a very simple sort of purpose in Killzone, but it works really, really well. It's really smooth, and yeah, it's just awesome, man. See, the only thing it really lacks at the moment, the PlayStation 4, from what I understand, is games. It's just, it doesn't have many games on it right away. And there's quite a lot of really good ones obviously coming out at the start of next year. I'm not too sure if there's going to be any releases from now until the start of next year, because obviously if you're going to have a game sort of done for release, or at least close to release, you want to have it for release rather than like a game release like 2 weeks after the console comes out. So I don't think there's any game releases until at least like January or February or something like that. So that's the one thing that's sort of lacking on the platform at the moment, is the actual games. But for the moment, there are ones, obviously. If Battlefield is your thing, Battlefield's there. There's FIFA, there's Need for Speed, there's Killzone, there's Knack. If you want that, you want Knack, go for it, man. There's obviously Call of Duty, if that's what you want, and Assassin's Creed. And then there's a few random things here and there. They gave us 2 free games with PlayStation Plus, them being Resogun, which is just a little arcade type thing. And it was quite fun. It was actually not too bad. My LAV driver got kind of wedged in a little ditch here. I don't know how we managed that, but we ended up sort of dangling there. So that was awesome. And they gave us a game called Contrast, a little indie game. I've not played it yet, so I'll report back if you want. But my impressions so far, Battlefield 4 is definitely worth the jump up on the PlayStation 4, and I would assume for the Xbox One as well. And I'm thoroughly enjoying myself having it on another platform. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button down below, and I will see you guys next time.